We're taking a look at a map here because I want to go over the most likely release schedule for 2018 updates in GTA Online. And right off the bat, I'm just going to let you guys know this is going to be purely a speculation sort of video. So if that's not your sort of thing, then don't worry, you can click off right now. But I just want to have a little discussion because I've been thinking a lot about this lately, especially after talking about the whole Liberty City thing with the premium edition coming of GTA 5 and how that may tie in to the release schedule, and then obviously Red Dead Redemption 2 coming out in August or October of this year, how that may affect the DLC release schedule. So let's go ahead and talk about it. You guys can let me know in the comment section what you think, if you like my opinions or if you think I'm completely off base. But we've already gone through January and we're almost about to go through February. And these months were the drip feeding contents from the Doomsday Heist. So most of us are expecting March here to be the first month we get a new DLC in. And we think that for a couple of reasons. One, for the past couple of years, Rockstar have released some sort of little DLC in March. Also, for the past 3 or 4 DLCs, right as the previous DLC before it ended, it only took about 2 weeks or so for the next DLC to come out once that DLC did end. And if the Doomsday Heist DLC is ending in February, then that puts the next DLC coming out in March if Rockstar follow that same sort of pattern. But what we also have in March is that leaked release date of the premium edition of GTA 5, and that's on the 23rd, which is a Friday. And I know most games sometimes come out on a Tuesday, but considering this isn't a new game, it's just a new edition, if they were to release it on a Friday, that makes the most sense to me, because then you get people coming off of school, getting out of work, they have the entire weekend to play it, and they may get bored or whatever with whatever they're playing. They're like, you know what, new edition of GTA, screw it. I'll buy it and check it out and see what it's all about. So for it coming out on a Friday is definitely plausible. Now, before with my 2018 release schedule, I said that in March we would probably be getting a DLC, but it probably would be something small. And look, that very well could be the case. This whole premium edition thing could be completely fake or not happening, and the whole Liberty City thing could obviously not be happening. So we could be getting another small DLC in March, kind of like the, what was it, the special stunt thing, part 2 last year, where it only added a new game mode and some new drip feeding cars. Nothing big like gun running or smuggler's run or even the Doomsday Heist. But let's just say we do end up getting that premium edition and let's say, you know, Liberty City or some big DLC in March. How would that sort of affect everything else? If that DLC comes out at the end of March, that means it would have 2 months probably of drip feeding vehicles. So that would take us into June, which is likely when another DLC would release, probably a little bit of a big one, kind of like the gun running update, because that released in the middle of June. And then that would hopefully take us maybe through July, and then sometime in August when the third DLC would come out. And at the end of August, I believe on the 29th last year, was when the Smuggler's Run DLC came out. And then last year you had to wait September, October, and November to get the Doomsday Heist in December. But this year we have in October Red Dead 2, which is releasing on the 26th of October, which is also a Friday, right? So going back to March 23rd, them releasing the game on a Friday, they're releasing Red Dead 2 on a Friday, then why not release the premium edition of GTA 5 on a Friday? So that's another thing that just sort of connects them. But the months really of September, October, and November, I feel like are going to be truly dedicated to Red Dead 2. September, you're going to have all the promotion leading up to the game. Obviously, the first couple of weeks of October, you have that too. And then you have the last week of October and all of November to really play that game and enjoy it. And I believe on one of the leaks, they said they would do the same thing with Red Dead 2 that they did with GTA 5, where you have to wait a week or two to actually play online. So if it comes out on the 26th, then maybe you won't be able to play Red Dead Redemption 2 online until like November 13th. That gives them what, like 2-ish weeks or a week and a half to promote single player and have people play that, and then they could get into the online portion. Now, even with Red Dead 2 coming out at the end of October and probably spilling over into November, maybe even December, I still think they're going to be doing a big DLC for GTA Online in December. That's like one of their staples, and it seems like every year, not only do the DLCs get bigger and better, but more people actually play them, and I think Rockstar make more money. So despite Red Dead 2 coming out, I still think they want to capitalize on that December time frame. Now, diving a little bit deeper and talking about some of the themes of these DLCs, we'll start with that one in December. I honestly think a naval or a sea-based DLC would work perfectly in December for one reason. Every December, or like what's the one thing that every December DLC has in common? It's got a big ticket item. It's got vehicles or something that costs a lot of money. And with some sort of naval DLC, if they legit put the aircraft carrier into GTA Online like a lot of people want, that could be the new yacht. That could cost, $10 to $15 million. And I think people would spend money to buy that. So that would be the big ticket item for that in December. Now, going back to August, just going off of some of the leaked DLCs, this one could be that I'm Not a Hipster Part 2. Maybe they finally implement some new ways to make money instead of the same old businesses that we have. Maybe they introduce some legit business ventures. And in addition to that, they'd have all these really sweet cars. Going to the June DLC, maybe this is somewhat of an import-export part 2. I don't know in terms of like mission and gameplay what they could add differently, but if they added a DLC where they had all of these new imported cars, that's something people would spend a lot of money on, and I feel like that would be a pretty major DLC right in the middle of summer for people to enjoy. And then with the DLC in March, this is really what's going to be interesting. So the Doomsday Heist obviously is ending the end of this week, or it's ending next week. Now, like I said, normally it takes about 2 weeks before that new DLC comes out once a DLC ends. And we usually can see them, Rockstar, working on that new DLC through the Steam database website. So sometime next week, if we do end up seeing that Steam database website being updated, then that does hint, or that does give us a clue that the DLC will be coming out in March. But if it doesn't, one thing that could end up happening, and this is purely hypothetical, if they wanted to release that Liberty City map, right, on the actual anniversary of GTA 4, well, I guess it wouldn't be the actual anniversary because the 10th year anniversary is the 29th, and that's a Sunday. But if they wanted to release it in April, just as like a anniversary gift to everyone in GTA Online, one thing they could do in March, if they don't want people getting bored of GTA Online, they could give double money on the Doomsday Heist that we just got. I mean, they're giving us free money right now. They're putting all these really awesome things on discounts. And if they did plan on having some big DLC happen in April, like a Liberty City map expansion, right, then what better way to get people excited and get people hyped up for it than to give double money on probably the best DLC they've ever released. So many people love the Doomsday Heists, and if they were to give double money on that on, the 3 weeks leading into the next DLC, that would be huge. Now, like I said, this is all just my sort of thinking and speculation. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think. I really do believe that the months I mentioned, March, maybe April, June, August, and then December, I think those are just the best months in the year for Rockstar to release DLCs, especially with October being taken up and even November being taken up. I think Rockstar have figured out a schedule and a plan with their DLCs. I think they figured that out last year with releasing a smaller one in March and then the bigger ones at the end of the year, and also releasing them back to back to back so people don't get bored and don't leave the game. And I really don't see them changing that formula. If it works, if it worked last year, I do believe it'll work this year, especially if the DLCs are as good, if not better. It really is going to be interesting to see what happens in the month of March with that premium edition of the game. I know we may be getting, or I may be getting too hyped up about it. It could end up just being literally just a game or an edition of the game that is only for the Xbox One X and the PS4 that just makes the game look a little nicer, and that's it. But I'm really hoping Rockstar has something up their sleeves and they give us a pretty big surprise. But thank you all for watching. That is it. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Please drop the video a like if you did enjoy, subscribe for more awesome GTA content, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.